It is Friday, September 2nd in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
And we are back with our three best picks of the day like we do every single morning. We got our favorite two-game picks, one no-run for sitting, and we'll end it off with our parlay of the day.
As always, guys, just do us a favor. Go down and hit that subscribe button if you already aren't subbed to our channel. You guys won't want to miss all the football content we got coming this fall. It's a really exciting time to be part of the Calling Our Shot community.
And if you watch our videos, we don't have the same intro. And recently we've had the same record every single day as we had another, not two in one day. But look, we aren't complaining. Dodgers, Mets over 7.5, cash that. The A's team total over 3.5, cash that one in extra innings. Brewers, Diamondbacks, no one first inning. We had two strikes on the final out. We didn't even have a guy on base and then get a double down the line and then a home run into the bleachers to end it. What do you even do at this point? I don't even know. The parlay of the day does cash on Odds Jam, Dodgers, Mets over, and the Red Sox, Rangers over. So if you tailed that parlay of the day that we talked about at the end, congrats to you guys. You cashed out. And like I said, the last 11 days have been great, winning money on 10 of the 11 days. But look at that, 6 straight 2-in-1 days. The odds for Calling Our Shot to get a 2-in-1 day are set at minus 5,000 because that's just what it's been like. But look, we're going to keep cranking out the content. We're going to keep trying to win you guys some money. That's the whole goal of it. Now, Logan talked about college football. He's right. College football videos coming fast and furious. We have another one coming for all Saturday slate. Should be live definitely by 12 noon Eastern time, probably a little bit earlier, trying to get that out as early as possible because the games obviously are tomorrow. But we appreciate you guys as always for tuning in. Logan, let's keep going. Let's keep this 2-in-1 streak.
Before I go into my pick, I just want to say the 2-in-1 is just straight up ridiculous, but take it from somebody last season in August where I couldn't buy a winning day. We'll take the winning days, right? You know, the sleep keeps eluding us, but we keep churning out these picks. And you know what? I'll just take the profit and roll with it. And that's what we've been doing. So let's continue it. And I'm going to the Phillies versus Giants game, and I'm taking the under 8 total runs in this one. Minus 121 on Barstool is your best value on this one. Now, yes, I am taking the line. It's a little bit more juice than the others. As Austin's showing right here, currently it's mostly like 7.5. You'll see with the more standard odds, at the 7.5, but I feel like as soon as we're done recording this one, it's going to go up to 8 because the public, no surprise, is definitely on the over 7.5. So I could see them moving the line another half point to 8. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit of the juice on the under 8, but let's do some line reading first and foremost, right? The total, if you're looking at it set at 7.5, the total set way too low for non-ace starting pitchers. And a Phillies team that's an offensive juggernaut. They're coming off an 18-run game. Like, why is this total set so low? And also suspect, you see the Giants in a pick 'em, with a much better Phillies offense. Like, if that doesn't stick out to you, I don't know what you're line reading because, I mean, that game's a pick 'em, and I really wanted to pick Giants money line, but guys, couldn't be me picking Giants right now. I mean, sorry, I'll just go ahead and take the under because I don't see them even having a chance if they're getting a shootout with the Phillies. Right now, Alex Cobb's on the mound for the Giants, 2.45 ERA and a 1.04 WHIP in his last 3 home games. Really solid numbers, actually, for Cobb recently. So I think he's in line for a decent start today. Cobb, what isn't decent, 3 walks and 2 out of his last 5 starts. He's got to cut down on that today. Like, if you're giving the Phillies, free base runners, I mean, they absolutely will smoke this over. So, like, I need Cobb to just, limit the walks. He should be fine in the hit department. Now, if you look at what the Phillies have been doing, they have 469 in their 18-run outburst. But 4 games prior, I need you to look at what the offense has been doing because they haven't really been hitting the cover off the baseball. They hit 138, in the game prior to that, 306 in the game prior to that. That's decent. 129 and 226 team batting averages. So those are actually numbers kind of indicate to me that they're kind of going down a little bit of a dip. Right, the 18 is an outlier. But I definitely think Cobb could hold them down today, right? Especially to cash this under. I mean, he could hold them down to 2 or 3 runs. That would be solid enough for me. Now, on the other side, we got Gibson. 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 0.67 WHIP versus San Francisco, in their May matchup this year. So he's already seen them, and he had a decent start in that one. Did not get rocked. San Francisco offense, only hitting 235 in their last 3 games. 222 in August, which is 25th in the MLB. So, I know it's a new calendar month, but August was not a great, time for the San Francisco offense. And, they've just been disappointing all year. Gibson has really cut down on home runs allowed, which is important, right? He had the game against the Cardinals infamously where he allowed back-to-back home runs, but he hasn't allowed a home run in 4 out of his last 5 starts. So he's been really solid on limiting the long ball. I know San Francisco in the Bay Area, they do sometimes like them some home runs. But you know what? He's cut down on that, which we like to see. Each of these 2 starting pitchers, if you just kind of look at their game logs, we should get 6, maybe 7, innings out of each, starting pitcher. So the fact that San Francisco's 23rd in bullpen ERA, Philadelphia 18th in bullpen ERA, that doesn't concern me all that terribly. If you look at yesterday when we picked an over in 2 bullpens that were top 10 in bullpen ERA, can't stress this guy to you enough. The bullpen ERA only matters a little bit, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take the under in this one. I really do like that for my pick today. But Austin, what do you got for us?
All right, so you guys know I've been taking team totals, and we've been taking a lot of overs, a lot of and a lot of not great teams. So today I will be targeting another not great team on paper because I will be going to an under though today because I'm taking the Cubs team total under 3 -114 on FanDuel. Now you heard that right. We're taking the under 3, so we do have push potential. Don't know if it will push because we're the 2-1 Kings, and that would require that would change our record up. But let's talk about the different odds now. -114 on FanDuel, -120 on Caesars are the best value. Now, yes, you have it at 2.5. You get plus value if you want to take a stab at it. I just kind of like laying a little bit of juice, or not even a lot of juice on this under 3 in case it does push, but I don't mind it here. You're getting +120 on DraftKings if you want to take a stab at that. Now, let's talk about this. Now, the Cubs scored 7 runs in their most recent game against the Blue Jays. They were just stealing coin left and right against Blue Jays bettors. It's basically what people have been doing against the Jays recently, but I expect a little bit of regression. They did get the day off. Now, today they'll go to Busch Stadium. They can take on the Cardinals and Jordan Montgomery. Montgomery's been a Cy Young winner since he's joined St. Louis, but in his last start versus the Cubs, a 1-hit shutout, pitched all 9 innings, his first ever complete game shutout, only allowing 1 hit. And this year versus the Cubs, he's had their number, 16 innings pitched, 0 earned runs against them. So, like I was saying, since arriving in St. Louis, pitched 5 times, his ERA is below 2, a whip below 1. His bet is cashed in 4 of those games. Now, granted, he hasn't pitched all 9 innings in all of those games, but he's pitched pretty well for him, and he's been absolutely insane. And his last start was a rough one versus the Braves. So I think he bounces back a little bit. Montgomery is a lefty, and the Braves hit lefties pretty well this year. So he gave up 5 earned runs and 5 innings pitched. I think he bounces back a little bit today. The Cardinals, like I said, had the day off yesterday, so their bullpen should also be well rested. Helsley, all those guys should be ready to go. And I don't expect this game to really go soaring over the 7.5, 8 line that they have. So I think they'll still be trotting out their best pitchers, their best bullpen arms. They do have an interesting schedule coming up. I believe the Cardinals are facing, they got the Cubs, they got the Pirates, and got the Nationals. So this is a big run for them to kind of put that position in the playoffs and get that spot where they can win that division consistently and really be getting in there. And you look at the Cardinals, a decent bullpen. They got good arms out there. They have some turkey tossers, but 11th best bullpen ERA over the last 30 days. So I think the bullpen can come in here. I know 3 is a low line, but I do think they can get it done. I'm thinking their team total under 3 runs. Now, I did have a lean, and I almost did this, the Tigers team total over 3.5, but look, I don't know if I want to trust the Tigers again. They burned me. They scored 3 runs, but like we talked about when they faced Marco Gonzalez, they hit lefties pretty well. They're facing another lefty in Daniel Lynch today. So if you want to take a stab at the Tigers, go for it, but I won't be doing it. I'll just be taking the Cubs team total under 3 runs as my favorite bet of the day. But Logan, yesterday we were in pain. Today we will not be in pain because we're getting the music and we're getting the Nerfy Nation time. We're getting the flag. We're flying these bad boys today. Yesterday we were so close to the dang sweep. In fact, I believe over the last 3 days, we've lost the sweep by either one cover run or 1 out. And you know what? That's just how it shakes out. But you know what? Today we're getting that 3-0 sweep, or at least the 2-1 day, because we will be going to the Twins White Sox game. We're taking the no on first inning, -115 on BetMGM. A little bit of line reading on this no on first inning, but you're seeing -115 MGM, best line, -122 FanDuel, and so on and so forth. Now let's dive into this one. On the mound for the White Sox, my man Davis Martin, 4-1 on no run first innings. And fun fact for you, never allowed a no run in the first inning at home this year. He's a big 1-0. He's never given up a run. So, maybe he's due. But you look at the Twins, an annoying team. Twins always want a Yerfy for us, but they're 3rd and first inning runs. So if you can get a rise out, you get Correa up. I think Martin, he struggled in his last start, so I think he's due a little bit of a bounce back. And he did have a no on first inning his most recent start. So, Martin, I need 3 outs. Who's pitching for the Twins today, Logan?
Yeah, Sonny Gray, and I guess if the trend is alive, Sonny Gray is going to give up a 2-out solo blast. But Sonny Gray has been so solid this year in no run first innings, 18-2 on NRFIs. I almost didn't believe that he was that good. Gray did Yerfy versus the White Sox. One of his two Yerfys on the year have been to the White Sox. So this is what I like to call a revenge NRFI, right? He'll go out and pitch well for us. The White Sox, the offense has been really disappointing this year, and same goes for the first inning. They're only 24th in first inning runs. Now, the over-under set to 8.5. And this is where the line reading comes into play, right? Yesterday was such a square NRFI, and we got a square result. That was so fitting. So today we're doing a little bit of line reading because the over-under set to 8.5, which is sort of high. Yet the NRFI odds on most books are in the like minus 120 range. Well, you know what? You got some games with 7 or 7.5. There's sometimes in the minus 120 range. So I think this game is a sneaky low scoring. Also, the public is all over the over on this one. So it would make sense that this one would kind of trend under. I do like this one just kind of as a non-square NRFI, because that's what we got to do. NRFI Nation, let's bounce back. Let's fly the flags again.
We need to bounce back. Those are our 3 plays of the day. Let's see if we can get another winning day. That would be a 7th. We'd have a full week in a row. Now, parlay of the day, which absolutely smacked yesterday. No sweat bet. You got to cash that one with us. Hopefully, you can cash out this one because we're going Orioles Athletics under 8 runs. And we're taking a stab at that Giants money line, Logan. I think the Giants got a good chance. Plus 288. This will be a last parlay of the day. Or on OddsJam, if you want to read exactly what we like each leg, go check out that OddsJam link top in the description. And of course, we'll probably do some underdog parlays over the weekend. We appreciate you guys tuning in. A long weekend in store, Labor Day weekend for all the people in the States. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's get another winning day, and we'll see you guys bright and early Saturday morning. Also, college football. Best bets popping up on the screen once it goes live. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys in the next.